channel. If you're a fan of horror stories, you've come to the right place. On this channel, you'll find stories that are true, some are fictional, but as long as they send a chill down your spine and make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, if you like that sort of thing. A fair warning though, some stories contain graphic, violent or sexual content, so viewer discretion is advised. So without any further ado, let's get into it. My school just went on lockdown. The school shooter sure as hell isn't human. Written by Redditor, Deadball4572. Part 6. I burst into the classroom and pointed my shotgun at the crazed Ryan. "What the fuck?" Ryan hissed. "You fuckers left me for dead out there. Didn't even come and try to help." "What the fuck did you expect, you fucking dumbass? We told you not to go out. And still you didn't come to help. And now you'll lose a friend." Blame suddenly appeared behind Ryan and pressed his pistol to the back of Ryan's head. "Try me, dog. I'll fucking shoot your head off." Ryan let out a maniacal laugh. "You bitches try anything stupid, I'll slit his throat. I fucking swear." I loaded the shotgun with a ch-ch. "As soon as either of us shoots you, you'll be too dead to try anything. Bullets are faster than knives, fuckface." "You wanna fucking try me?" Ryan screamed, pulling Armin tighter in the headlock. I took one step forward with my shotgun. "Why not? Now let go of Armin, now, or I'll..." Ryan lifted his knife to stab Armin, but with an unexpected turn of events, he silently managed to get hold of his knife sheathed in his pocket, and he pulled it out and stabbed Ryan in the side. "Fuck!" he screamed, letting Armin go as he gripped the wound. But slowly he got back up. Before he lunged at us with his knife, Ryan growled, "That was a mistake, you..." Just as Ryan lifted his arm to stab the closest person to him, me, I heard a loud gunshot go off, and Ryan slumped to the ground with a new hole in his arm. Behind him stood Blame, blowing the smoke off his pistol. "Fuck!" Ryan screamed, holding the wound down with his hand. Then he passed out. "Eat shit and watch your fucking decisions, dog." I stared at Ryan, screaming on the floor. "You wanna go bury him or something?" Armin shook his head. "Nah bruh, he's still alive. The drones will probably come to get him soon anyways." "Fuck you, Ryan." Ryan psychopathically screamed in response. "Let's get back to the office," I said. When we went back to the office, Marlowe was waiting outside with his rifle. "What happened? I heard the gunshots," he asked. We just ran into a little trouble out there, but we took care of it," I answered. Marlowe nodded. "I think that's enough of keeping watch for tonight. Why don't you come get some rest inside? I'll keep watch." "That'll be great," I tiredly said. I woke up to panicked whispers and the sight of lights flickering right outside the barricaded office. I got up, then realized that the lights weren't flickering. Something was covering them with a thick black liquid. Then I realized that 5 drones were crawling on the ceiling, vomiting black goo onto the lights and turning the whole place dark. Before we realized what was happening, the drones had covered almost all the lights in the vicinity, bathing us in the pitch black. In the silence and shuffling of 30-something kids in the class, someone suddenly grabbed my shoulder and spun me. "What the fuck? Yo, relax, dog. It's just me," Blame said. "The fuck is going on?" Marlowe walked out of his private office with a large lantern and turned it on, illuminating a small part of the office. "Alright, I need silence," he said. "The Alagoma extermination team and I..." Here's a little context. The name of our high school was Alagoma High, even though we don't live anywhere near Ontario, and so when we were bored, we thought a good name for our little group who were exterminating drones and doing general jobs would be the Alagoma extermination team. Marlowe continued. "We'll go investigate outside. Charlie, watch the students and make sure none of them do any dumb shit. Let's move out and kick some motherfucking ass." I got up, picked up my shotgun and checked the ammo cartridge. Satisfied with what I saw, I hauled ass to Marlowe's private office, where Blame and Armin were waiting. "Listen up, shitheads," Marlowe said. "We go out, Clear the whole fucking place and kill every fucking monster out there. Then we come back. We loaded up, armed to the teeth with guns, headlamps, emergency flashlights, knives, and a few Molotov cocktails. I turned the safety off my shotgun and walked outside with Marlowe, Blame, and Armin. "Come out here, you sons of bitches," Marlowe said. When we had walked about 10 meters away from the office, my headlamp illuminated a smaller drone crawling along the corners of the ceiling. All 4 of us unloaded hell on the monster, and soon it was nothing but a couple of separated chunks of flesh on the walls. When my ears stopped ringing, I tried to kill the panic in my mind and continued on. From behind, an enormous tentacle wrapped around me, and an enormous warrior angler lifted me up into the air and just above its mouth, and I stared down its gullet. "Fucking do something, dog!" Blame screamed, and I did. I jammed the barrel of my shotgun down the monster's throat and pulled the trigger, reloaded and pulled the trigger. I guess the monster's insides exploded or something because it slowly went limp and dropped me, guts and black blood spewing out of its mouth. "Ew, gross," I said. "You okay?" Marlowe asked. "Yeah, let's keep going." We turned left, and that's when something very dangerous happened. I spotted very fast movement from all around us, and I saw at least 3 drones surrounding us, moving too fast to get caught in our lights. "Marlowe," I whispered, "we're surrounded." "I can see that, kid. Now get ready to fight. It's gonna get fucking messy." Blame suddenly got pulled back from our group formation, and a drone screeched and opened its enormous mouth and prepared to bite a chunk of his shoulder off. I turned and fired my shotgun, just inches away from Blame's face, and by pure luck, the spray of metal pellets all hit the drone and blew its skull open. Then I felt a single drop of saliva fall on my chin. "Blame? Yeah, dog? Are you ready to look up despite the inevitable jump scare?" "Whatever, player." I looked up and stared down the jaws of a drone hanging from the ceiling like a bat, using its tentacles and tendrils to grip the edges of the ceiling frame. I reloaded my shotgun and sidestepped the monster's jaws. Oh, fuck me, right in the ass. I let out a shot at the drone, but horribly missed, and fell over on my ass, as the monster slowly crawled down and prepared to gore my fucking brains out. "Marlowe, you're the principal, I need a little bit of help here." Stabbing a smaller drone about 6 feet tall, multiple times with a bowie knife, Marlowe called out, "I'm a little busy here." The drone stood up on the floor and growled. I reloaded my shotgun. "Eat lead, you piece of shit." I was about to fire the shotgun and blow the monster's brains out when it suddenly went limp, and Blame, driving a knife down directly into the monster's skull, said, "Dog, you talk too much." Most of the things that had been a threat earlier had their fucking brains ripped out their bodies or had retreated. "Is that all of them?" I asked. "Probably. It seems like it," Marlowe said. "There's still a bunch of bodies on the floor," I said. Marlowe shrugged. "Leave them. If these things have any intelligence, then they'll know not to fuck around with Alagoma High if there's a bunch of bodies everywhere." The 4 members that consisted of the Alagoma extermination team checked for any serious wounds, then we went back to the office. "The bloody hell happened out there?" Charlie walked up to the doors. "Why are you saying bloody hell? You're not British, you Latino potato." "I don't know," I said before I was interrupted by Blame. "We fucking kicked ass out there," he proudly yelled. "Yeah, we did," I said. "Okay," Charlie said. We cleaned up, scraped the gunk off the lights, did one last perimeter check, and got back to a very uncomfortable sleep. I woke up, looked around, and realized something. All the guns are missing. "They're gone! Fuck me, right in the ass, they're gone!" I exclaimed. Marlowe stumbled awake, definitely shaking off a hangover he somehow had. "What's gone, son?" "The guns! Someone stole them!" "Even the 50 caliber rifle?" "Yeah," I answered. Marlowe kicked the wall in frustration. "That is it! Everyone, get the hell up, now!" At once, all 30-something kids jumped out of their sleep, obviously wondering as to why their 50-something principal was screaming his fucking lungs out at 6 in the morning. "What's going on?" Armin asked groggily. "The fuck do you think is going on?" Marlowe asked. "Some bastard stole my guns." "Who the hell took my kids?" "You don't have kids," Marlowe yelled. "I have 2 in Mexico, but I don't know them." "No, I was talking about the guns, the only things that are keeping our asses alive." "No one in the class stole your guns, Marlowe," I said. "Somebody else probably." That's when it hit me. Oh, that stupid piece of shit. Ryan. Ryan! I yelled. It was him. That stupid piece of shit. Who the hell is this Ryan? And how many testicles does he have? 'Cause he ain't gonna have any left when I find him, Marlowe said. I answered, that jock in the football team this year? The one who got suspended for sneaking cheap whiskey into the fruit punch in the staff lounge? Why the fucking fuck isn't he here with us then? I never saw him at any time, he spat. Remember that trouble Blame, Armand and I got into the hallway during the night watch? Yeah. Well, when the lockdown first started, he wanted to get out of the classroom to save some kid who was already dead, and he ended up getting taken himself, but I guess he somehow escaped. And he's pissed because we didn't save him, and he held Armin at knife point in the classroom. He tried to stab my face, but Blame shot him and we just got the hell out of Dodge. But I guess he survived, found us and took our guns. Armin interrupted. Well, if that bitch is still alive and he stole our guns while everyone was asleep, why didn't he just kill us while we were sleeping? He's a psychopath, I suggested. I guess he thought that way of death was way too fast and wanted to leave that to the drones. I checked the office doors. I just locked the doors anyway. No way in hell the drones are going to get us in this Fort Knox. I walked across the office full of teenagers and grabbed the old spear I had first carved out of a broomstick when the lockdown first started. Guess we'll have to go old school. Why didn't the drones kill Ryan? He was out there for the whole night, and we didn't hear any screams except when Edmund was being a pussy. I have a theory, Charlie said. I got ready for a very long scientific rant and sat down in one of the folding chairs beside Blame. He continued, so we're prey to the drones, and they are the predators. We have or used to have guns, which block the predators, the drones, from killing and eating us. But I guess they have some level of intelligence because I bet they observed Ryan stealing our weapons and watched what he would do next. Ryan is removing our defense as prey to defend ourselves, which the drones know. I don't know how or why, but I think the drones don't or won't kill Ryan because he is doing acts that help them kill and hunt us. So essentially, Ryan and the drone colony in our school have some kind of symbiotic relationship. As long as Ryan jeopardizes us and our defenses, the drones don't kill him and keep him alive. So basically, the drones won't kill Ryan because he is helping them. Got it? Yeah, I said. But how do you know all this stuff? Because I try to avoid ending up working at McDonald's. Marlowe declared, okay, enough chit-chat. If we don't have guns, how are we going to kill these monsters? I still have mine, Blame said, pulling his shirt up to reveal his old pistol with the shit-dipped bullets. Marlowe walked over to Blame. Brian, give me the fucking gun. No way, dog. This is my whip. I paid for this. Just give me the fucking gun. I have been in the US Army for more than 15 years. You're a cheap dollar store thug off the streets. Fine, dog. Blame handed the pistol to Marlowe. I started looking around the office for broomsticks and wooden chair legs or anything we could weaponize, just like we had done when the lockdown first started. I ended up with 15 makeshift and real weapons. 10 we originally had from our class, and 5 new ones I had managed to MacGyver. Here, I tossed a spear to Blame. Oh fuck, dog. We have to use these sticks. We had another problem. We had completely run out of food. We had 2 options. Either we look for dead bodies to cook and eat like fucking cannibals, or we could raid the cafeteria and kids' lunches. How? I asked Marlowe. Once he addressed the food problem, we only have 15 spears and 1 gun with 1.5 magazines left. Improvise. Hell, your class survived for more than 4 hours with just a bunch of spears and 1 gun. You can do it again. All you need to do is watch out for Ryan, or he'll blow your fucking brains out. A few minutes later, and with Blame's gun back, we were barging into classrooms looking for lunches and stuffing them into backpacks we had. Where do you think Ryan is? I asked, emptying out a backpack on the floor. Probably with the drones, Armin laughed. Yeah, fuck him. We finished up looting the classroom and moved on to the next. After the 5th empty classroom, our backpacks were so fucking heavy with food that we couldn't move. I decided that we would only go and loot 1 more. I reached for the doorknob, turned it and pushed the door open, and I felt the cold barrel of a shotgun, my old shotgun, pressed against my forehead. I heard Ryan say, "Gotcha, bitch," and he pulled the trigger. A loud bang erupted through the classroom, making my ears ring. But I didn't get hit. Why the fuck wasn't I dead? Ryan had shot me at point blank range, and somehow I wasn't dead on the ground. Ryan had a makeshift bandage wrapped around his forearm and a nasty grin on his face. This time, he wasn't alone. He had 5 other people with him, probably survivors who were his friends, wearing identical hooded cloaks fashioned out of multiple jackets and shirts, except one of them was a tallish man in his 50s or 60s with neatly combed hair and a 3-piece business suit. Ryan said the next part slowly, but very clearly. That shot was a blank, and it didn't have any ammo in it. He quickly pulled the pump on the shotgun back and forth. This one is real. Step in the fucking room, all of you. He looked at the rest of the Alagoma extermination team. We gave in to his threat and stepped inside the room. "What do you want, Ryan?" I asked. Ryan didn't answer. Instead, the middle-aged man in the business suit stepped forward and grinned like a total psychopath. "Allow me to introduce myself," he said. "My name is Lawrence, CEO and operator of Core and the assistant leader of the Order of Klaatogothku." "That's fucking nonsense and bullshit, dog," Blame said. Lawrence ignored the comment. "It has come to my attention that you little shits have killed a number of the servants of Klaatogothku, and that is absolutely unacceptable." "What the fuck is Klaatogothku, Gramps?" I screamed as Ryan stepped back with his shotgun at my sudden outburst. I silently chuckled. Lawrence looked offended, but he didn't lose his confidence. Klaatogothku was there when the oceans were first created, and he will be here long after. He is the ruler of the ocean, the king of madness, overlord of the anglers and the drones, overseer of monsters, and the all-powerful. "Fuck this. This guy is insane," Armin spoke up. "So, Mr. Lawrence, what would you like us to do? Fuck the air and make your little pets come back to life?" Lawrence chuckled. "It will be much worse than that. Members of the Order of Klaatogothku seize the sacrifices." "Sacrifices? What the fuck?" Ryan and the other cult members grabbed us by the arms and pulled us out of the classroom, dragging us down the hallway and further away from the office. I considered screaming, but that's a hard thing to do when a 12-gauge shotgun is pressed against your back. The Order of Klaatogothku dragged us to the gym. My heart dropped as soon as I saw several drones open the gym doors from inside. We entered the dark, damp gym. There were a dozen drones on either side of us that silently parted so that Lawrence and his cult members could drag us down. We were at the heart of the gym, which was now turned into a drone feeding area, and in the middle was an enormous monster, a 15-foot tall warrior drone that growled and looked down at us. "Oh fuck," I whispered. Lawrence and the warrior drone seemed to talk in some throaty ancient language, which sounded like a mix of Latin and fucking gibberish. After the short exchange, Lawrence walked past us, grinning, and said to the occult members, "Tie them up." I thrashed, but again, most things are hard to do when a shotgun is pointed at your head. Ryan and his goons tied the 3 of us to one of the organic black stalagmites with yellow ropes, as the monsters nearby growled and squirmed in anticipation. "Hey!" I yelled back at Ryan as he walked out of the gym exit. "What?" "Fuck you!" Ryan silently grinned and shut the door and cut off all the lights coming in. In the darkness, my heartbeat went faster as the monsters growled and slowly, painfully inched closer. I felt one of the tendrils brush up against my leg as the monsters circled us. I tried to squeeze into the stalagmite we were tied to, as I only had one question. Was this the end? Would we get ripped apart piece by piece until the military busted in and found the skeletons of 3 teenage boys? Would Ryan win? Would everybody die? Of course not. Or at least that was my hope. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, let me know and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and ring my bell so that you don't miss out on future videos and awesome spine-tingling, goosebump-giving stories. If you don't do these things, the like button will haunt your dreams and stalk your days forever.